Welcome to Striking Out Shame. I'm Greg Bancroft. This is Volume 2, Number 5, Okay When. There's an expression that's often used in counseling within the recovery community. It's called arrival psychology. I'll be okay if, I'll be okay when. It's an expression that's used not only with people who are living with folks recovering from addiction, but also people who are wrestling with shame and shame triggers. There's a lot of overlap, of course. But this expression, I'll be okay if, or I'll be okay when, sets up within the individual's mind a sense of well-being that is somewhere out there, down the road, hopefully in the near future, but it's away from here. It's wherever that pain point is now in the person's life, it will be all magically taken away when, if something becomes true. So that if this thing or this person or this condition manifests itself exactly the way I imagine it, then everything will not only be okay, it'll be perfect. So, for example, a woman in counseling who's living with an alcoholic, abusive, emotionally and physically abusive spouse believes that everything will be okay if her man gets a job, gets a raise, gets a promotion, interacts with the children more, picks up some of the household duties, that kind of thing. I'll be okay if or when these things happen. And of course, as soon as he stops drinking. So that a certain magical sense, as I say, permeates the person's thinking as if a major change in behavior can automatically change the situation and something new can be wrought in that person's life. However, there's a sense of hope in that kind of thinking. And rather than attack that thinking as wrong or stupid or misguided and thus shaming the person, I would capitalize on that embedded sense of hope. Let's fan those flames of hope whenever we can, right? So the person had a desire for change and knew that something better, something less painful, is out there somewhere and hopefully just around the corner, just in the near future, but doesn't know how to get it. We would avoid either or thinking. Either or thinking was important to our conversation. This is challenging the idea that everything would be a total disaster unless stuff worked out exactly as imagined. Little steps of acknowledging competence. You have the ability to do this. Capability. You're equipped to do what you need to do. Would grow into confidence. Yeah. Courage. I can do this. You got this, which is the Little League motto, right? You got this, would take root. And in time, the individual would realize that right now was the time to be okay. Not somewhere down the line, but right now. Things don't have to wait for something, someone, some event, some external object. You don't have to wait for that in order to enjoy today. Also, realizing that perfection is impossible, again, another baseball truism, right? Allows the individual to accept good enough and be happy. If someone's happiness and well-being is dependent upon future conditions, then much of everyday opportunities for joy and satisfaction will be lost. Let me repeat that. Think about this. If someone's happiness and well-being is dependent upon future conditions, then much of everyday opportunities for joy and satisfaction will be lost. Waiting until buying a house, for example, to be happy means missing the intimate conversations and connectedness available now within this tiny apartment. Perfection is elusive and impossible. if one's baseline for living a good life is perfection, I dare say that person will have a miserable experience. Here again, the wisdom of baseball is useful. In baseball, it's a matter of progress, not perfection. Getting a little bit better every day, every week, generates hits and runs. In baseball, successfully hitting 3 times out of 10 at bats is just fine. It's good enough. In fact, it can lead the person to induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame. We play with the team we have, not the team we don't have or the team that we wish we have. If the players support each other with little league affirmation, even at the major league level, you got this, come on, you can hit this guy, you got the good hustle, way to go. If they have that little league affirmation surrounding them every game, every day, and play hard, they have a chance to go to the World Series. I've seen average teams by the numbers win the World Series. It happened with the Minnesota Twins back in the 90s. Keeping the line score at a baseball game is one of the ways that I find helps focus on the here and now. I'm not worried about tomorrow, the next week, or whatever. I'm focused on the here and now. Having a meat-like substance at hand and a cool one nearby makes it even better. So I let the world float away and I just focus on the here and now and be happy with this current situation. I don't have to worry about what I lack or how much better something might be if only or when. I can just relax. So keep swinging. You've got this.